Hi everyone, my name is Ashley and this is Jacinta, and we are going to take you through eyebrow tattooing. So what is cosmetic tattooing? Cosmetic tattooing is a semi-permanent method of applying pigment in the outermost layer of the dermis.
View on cosmetic tattooing, it should enhance what you have. So it's not about taking something off and making it completely different or trying to change the shape completely, because we need to still look at the eyebrows and the bone structure and make it look natural from there. And it's all about confidence at the end of the day. I think that's what we really are big about at Belle Sorel, making people feel more confident about their appearance.
Doing or having cosmetic tattooing on yourself can save you so much time as well. And like you said, it's not going to replace your whole makeup routine. It's basically about creating a natural look so your clients feel confident enough when they wake up, when they go to the gym, when they go swimming, and they've just got, their eyebrows are still there. So it's really all about creating a natural look where people don't think you're actually wearing makeup. Will you completely throw away all your makeup products? No. When you're going out for a night out or even going, to work or a meeting, you still might want to apply a little bit of powder over your eyebrows or some lipstick on top of your lip tattoo, just to really enhance and exaggerate, make it a bit more of an evening kind of look.
Tattooing, why is it called semi-permanent?
So in Australia, we call it semi-permanent makeup or semi-permanent cosmetic tattooing. In other places like the US, they call it permanent makeup or PMU. How cosmetic tattooing works is that we use a pigment which is biodegradable. So that means it can break down. Your body can break it down. Where if you're talking about a body tattoo, they use non-biodegradable pigment. So your body will never break it down. It's full of a lot of metals, and therefore your body won't break it down. So why we call it semi-permanent is because over time your body's going to break down the pigment. It's kind of like a Pac-Man effect. Okay, your metabolism is chomping away at the pigment. And so over time, 12 months later after your initial tattoo, you're going to have areas where the pigment has just faded. Why it is semi-permanent and why it fades is, one, the pigment we use, the depth that we insert the pigment into. We are basically we're going into the outermost layers of the dermis, so we are going pretty superficial but deep enough so it stays in the skin and it doesn't come off when our skin exfoliates, but not deep enough like a body tattoo where it's gonna last forever. Your metabolism literally is just breaking down that pigment. So,
and that's why I suppose it's different for every person as well, because everybody is different in that regards.
Exactly. Some people have a faster metabolism, some people have a slower one, so they break down the pigment at different levels. A lot of questions we get from clients is, why can't the cosmetic tattooing be permanent? Like, why can't we use just permanent ink, body tattoo ink, and just be done with it?
There's a few reasons why. The first one is color change. We need to be able to control the color, and having a permanent ink or pigment, we do lose the ability to control that color as well.
Your hormones are going to change. You're going to have sun damage. Medications will change. Yeah, like you said, you might go through having a baby, breastfeeding, and all of that is going to alter the color of your cosmetic tattoo. Cosmetic tattooing isn't suitable for everyone. There might be some people that you come across that may not need cosmetic tattooing, and it is important to know that. Just because you have a client who comes in and says, I want cosmetic tattooing, and you don't think they're the right candidate, and maybe eyebrow waxing or tinting or something else might be better for them, then always trust your instinct. The ideal candidate is someone who is wanting to add some shape or definition to their eyebrows, people who have overplucked, who are on certain medications or suffer from alopecia and things like that, where they're losing some of their eyebrow hairs. And basically people who are wanting to get further out of their maintenance appointments, such as, their waxing and tinting appointments. People with a lifestyle, like you were saying before, Jacinta, who goes swimming, who sweats a lot at the gym. Basically people who have sparse eyebrows, who are wanting more shape and definition. People who generally fill their eyebrows in. So they're all good candidates for eyebrow tattooing.
It's your responsibility to make sure that that client in front of you is prepared for that and is ready for that. So you do need to be able to turn clients away based on things like their skin type. If somebody has a very, very fine skin and is adamant they want feather touch, and you've explained to them, look, that is not going to sit well in your skin because of these reasons, and they are still very, well, look, I just want feather touch. It is okay to say no to that client, because you are not going to get a good end result from that. And I think, you build a lot of trust with your client if you say openly, look, this is not going to be a good end result for you. I don't want to do it. And you end up turning a client, they end up trusting you, and the more you work with them, the more that you can kind of build their trust, and they'll become that lifelong loyal client then as well.
You may come across clients who completely see something different in the mirror as to what you see. And that is called body dysmorphia. They don't see themselves the way we see them. It's scary and it's sad, and unfortunately it's so real. And in this industry, in the cosmetic industry, you will come across people who do have that illness, and it's very real.
They're walking advertisements for us. So if you don't think it looks good and you're not happy having her turn around and say to her friends, this person did this to me, don't do it. It's not worth your reputation over.
How many visits should your client have?
The minimum's always 2. So across the board, cosmetic tattooing, minimum 2. There are certain treatments that do require more, and there are certain skin types that also require more visits as well.
It's really good to, like Jacinta was saying, to inform your client and educate your client as to why we want to wait at least 6 weeks. The client will say, they'll call you and say, no, my eyebrows are healed after a week or 2 weeks. But that's what they can see. But underneath is a whole different story. So it's all about educating them. Maintenance. Does it mean you don't have to get your eyebrows waxed or tinted ever again? No, some people, they don't have to get tinting or waxing because they really don't have a lot of hair growth. But some people will still need to get their eyebrows trimmed, shaped, and some people still want them tinted. You've got to think about your tattoo is sitting on your skin, and then your fair hair is sitting on top, and it can really dull the color of your tattoo. And some people who obviously like their eyebrows really dark, they also like sometimes the henna to just make them stand out a little bit more, especially if you